What's happening, YouTube? Once again, Adam for Adam After Hours here. Sorry I missed the last week. I was a little busy at work, a little hectic end of the month, and then I just kind of forgot to record one. It happens until people remind me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to send that in. Alright, first thing you're probably noticing the hat. It's freaking cold outside. Wrong direction. See this wind right here? This is crazy, and it's like 30-something degrees outside. It's like 38 degrees outside. It's freezing. Let me batten down the hatches. Alright, so first thing, I actually had like 3 or 4 people today, just in normal passing, people I see every day, or they came up to me and they're like, man, those Adam After Hours videos are cool, man, and that just, I can't even begin to explain how awesome that is to hear. It's not even this big thing yet, but just knowing that people are out there and just kind of paying attention to it, looking at it, commenting back, that's exactly why I'm doing this. I don't have a lot to talk about this week. I had a lot of preparing of the weekend, trying to get everything figured out. Have the little one go trick-or-treating in this area back here. Can't see it, but it's a rich place. So, you know, he was Mario. That was cool. He had a good time. Hope you guys had a safe Halloween. Nothing bad happens. Saw some really crazy stuff out there, like parents walking around texting while their kids are running around the neighborhood. That's just not cool. You know, be there. Pay attention to your kids. It's, what, an hour? Hour and a half? Put the phone down. Crying out loud. All right, so big thing. Thank you, guys. Anybody who's seen it, anybody who's talked to me, anybody who's posted, anybody who's, like I said, even seen it. That means a lot, guys. You know, keep the comments coming. Love to hear about them, and I'll keep doing this as long as there's people out there to do what you guys do, and that's respond. Again, talking about thanks. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but I do want to say thanks to YouTube. It's a great site. It's not just a place to watch stupid videos, though I spend a lot of time doing that. There's so much to it. You can really develop a personality on there between the videos that you watch, the videos you share, the playlists you make, just all kinds of stuff out there. Obviously links to your Google account, so there's a lot of cool stuff out there you can do with that as well. But if you haven't already done it, literally start with my channel. Just check it out. There's so many out there. I have people that I subscribe to because I want to see what they're doing every day. A couple professional gamers that are out there. Nade Shot and Scumper Jumper, or Scumpy as he calls himself. Professional gamers. I like to see what they're up to, and that's really what the subscription part is about. So you get notified as soon as there's a new video from anybody. So if you don't want to wait for Facebook, because sometimes it takes me a day or two to put the video together, and then I put it on, and I have to share it from Facebook. So you don't always see it, but if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, a selfish plug there, then you'll get an email right off the bat. You can go watch the video and put comments directly to the video instead of versus Facebook. I kind of want to move more towards that, so any comments you have about them, start the conversation in YouTube versus starting it on Facebook, but either way really works. So thanks to YouTube for just putting together a really good product and letting people share their thoughts, opinions, and kind of create a community around it. It's really cool. And if I'm skilled enough in the post thing I'm doing here, trying to put it all together, I will put the actual address like right across here, like right now. Maybe I did it, maybe I don't. I don't know. So moving on to the topic I got an opportunity last night to get together with people I refer to as my second family, and it's really not my second family. They're just my family. They've been there through a ton of stuff. I personally have a really small family. There's some disagreements here and there throughout the family. We don't really talk much anymore. You know, so when that happens, you develop another family that you bring into the same closeness. And I got a chance to hang out with them last night and celebrate my little sister in that family's birthday and see her again and see all them again. And there was a phrase that was said a couple times, and I'll put your name out here, Rolly, who is one of my best friends that I've had in my entire life. Known him for, I don't know, like 10, 11, 12 years, something like that. He said no matter how much time goes between the time we see each other, as soon as you get back together, it's like none of that time existed. And that's how you know that that's a real family. I think about them and talk about them at least once a week. It's multiple times a week that I either have a story about them or I think that I would need to hang out with them. And don't take any of that for granted. it's nothing they have to do. It's a communication that is just always open. It's always there. It's a connection that never goes away. There's multiple times last night that I just got thinking about it, and it almost brought me to tears because I'm so glad to have those people. And I know you guys have them too. The biggest thing that I would say is just don't let time go without touching base with them. You guys leave your own lives. They're busy, I'm busy, but when you get that opportunity to hang out and you get that opportunity to spend time with those friends that you call family, it makes what you do, worth it. Everybody's you got to work, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do that. But life really isn't mean jack shit unless you have people to share those times with. I had a good night this past Tuesday bartending. I was by myself. It was hectic. I had a lot of people help me. I've listed your names before for you guys are, and I really appreciate that. I just don't want to put you guys on a public speaking forum right now. But they lend a hand, and they came in, and at the end of the night, I ended up, making a decent amount of money in tips. I tried to give them money to help out, and none of them took it. And it was just one of those things. It was like, wow, they're just there to be friends and to help out, and they knew I'd do the same thing for them. But getting to the point of this is that it was money I didn't plan on having. So instead of going out and buying myself a bunch of stuff, I started paying, I pay a tab for somebody here and there, buy a drink, buy shots, or buy some food, or do something like that. And though there's things that I want out there, there's a lot of things that I want to purchase and probably could have with that money, I feel so much better to see the reaction of that. People just, a lot of my friends are the same kind of people that I am. They don't expect anybody to pay for anything. They're not used to it. They're the people that are paying for other people's stuff and doing things for other people. It's probably why we're really good friends. So just be out there in your normal day and just look around and think of how you can be just a little more selfless, and you'll see how much better you feel. I have had a phenomenal weekend, a phenomenal week because of this. Just feeling better about myself, being like I changed somebody's life, and not even in big ways. I didn't do anything crazy, but little tiny small things that make people smile. It's been something I've loved to do forever, is make people smile. So among meeting new friends, a couple new friends the past couple of weeks and reconnecting with them, things are really starting to go really well, and I want to share that happiness with you guys. So try to get out there and do something for somebody that they didn't expect. It's not a challenge this week because I have a different challenge at the end of this. But getting to that, me and one of my good friends at work dressed up as the CHUB suits, those big inflatable suits for Halloween. I've shown a couple people the video, but what I'll do is at the end of this video, I'm going to go ahead and put my dancing video on here, and I hope you guys laugh and possibly pee yourselves a little bit, because that would make my day. The biggest thing I want is challenging. So I sat here tonight about, like a half an hour ago. Just sat here like, really, what affected me? I like to have a couple different things to talk about, and I was so overwhelmed with the whole seeing my family, meeting a new friend, and going from there that I was like, I don't have anything else to talk about. What I'd like to do is throw it up to you guys, whoever's listening, whoever's watching. If you're wondering my opinion about anything, it's nothing I'm going to look up, so if you mention something that I have no idea about, I'm obviously not going to come on here and spout a bunch of crap that I don't know about. But I will offer up my opinion to start any discussion about whatever you guys want. So challenge this week is come up with something, try to make it not too finite, because if it's too narrowed down, then it gets a little weird, but something kind of broad topic. And I'll shoot something out there. We can start a conversation on it, however it goes. So that's a challenge. Put it out there. And just as a disclaimer, heads up, I will offer opinions about music, religion, and politics. Those are three very heated topics. But like I said, I will offer my opinions. I will not debate any of them, because all three of them are opinion-based. And I don't argue opinions, because it doesn't get you anywhere. And it used to make me mad way back in the day, until I made that golden rule for myself, is that I will not argue or debate religion, music, or politics. But I will talk about them. And I'm more than happy to hear what you guys have to say about it. So I hope you enjoy this video of me dancing in a chubby suit, which doesn't really feel much different than where I am right now. But it's funny. My best friend videotaped it for me. Thank you. And she laughed through the whole thing. So I hope you guys get a good laugh out of this. Shoot me some messages, Facebook or YouTube, about what you want me to talk about next week. And we'll go from there. Until then, YouTube, surprise yourself.
Now, my ladies, let me see it vibrate. And when it's over, you ain't gonna need your verb.